It was 81, I was trying to leave the war behind, looking for peace and a place I could store my mind. In the forest ponds of the high Sierras, course, what was sure to find me there was fate. It's got a funny way of catching up to you. Sarge tracked me, offered up a substitute to catch a...
I'm Ron Rudat, and I was a designer at Hasbro. At first, I was an illustrator, and I did a lot of illustration projects for different products. But in about 1977 or something like that, I was asked to come into research and development, and I started doing some illustrations there for different products that R&D would be coming up with. But by 1980, I guess, we were going to restart G.I. Joe, and seeing I was the only guy working on figures at the time, or doing any kind of figure work, they asked me if I would design the new version of G.I. Joe. At first we didn't know what size figure we were going to do, but seeing that Star Wars was doing so well at the smaller size, decided to go with a 3 3/4 inch figure. Let's see, I worked on the Joe line from 1981 to 1987. It partially 1987. Mark Pennington took over halfway through that year. But yeah, I started, and I did from the figures for 82 to 87. And as a friend of mine would say, I went as far as 1994 on so a few of the figures. So I came up with these new drawings. We call them out of the world drawings, and I did a number of them like this, you know. These were for Steel Brigade.
Star Brigade.
Star Brigade.
Yeah, because it's like Star Wars, Star Brigade. But so they were originally calling it Out of This World, and then they changed the title to Star Brigade. But we looked at these last night, and the one in your left hand is Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
Version 7.
Yeah.
But we identified Space Shot, Cobra Commander, at least a couple others, Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
You did as well. I think we identified 4 or 5 that you had worked on for the Star Brigade.
I like this one. It's kind of cool.
I think that's the one that became Cobra Black Star. He's a 1994 space pilot.
Yeah.
Looking at the chest piece and the thigh pads, I believe that's the one that became Black Star, but he didn't have the finned elbows.
Uh-huh.
But the helmet is just like Black Star's. So how does it feel knowing that you were there from the beginning to the end now?
From the beginning
1982
to
1994. You created the whole time.
I don't know. It feels pretty good, actually. I really enjoyed working on Joe. I didn't want to get off Joe, but I felt I had more creativity in me to do other things. Occasionally, you know, they'd throw me a bone, kind of, and yeah, I'd do something, but not, you know, not very much, because like I was saying, I was working on other projects, you know. I think I was responsible probably for doing about 120 figures, and that's something I've always told people. It's about 120. I was probably the most quiet of all the designers, and I kind of stuck to myself and you know, did the work, while other people at Hasbro socialized more and talked more. I enjoyed working with Kurt, because Kurt was basically into the military theme as well, and he liked to work on models in his spare time, and so did I. We went to figure miniature shows together. So Kurt and I did quite a bit. I didn't with Larry Hama. I think I met Larry at Marvel Comics when we first started doing the comics, when they first came out. And I probably met Larry that once in New York City. And that was about it. I really didn't see Larry at all after that until later on at conventions. I hadn't heard from Bill Merkline in years and years. And actually, I talked to him on the telephone not too long ago. And yeah, it was nice talking with him. I'm sure Bill would love to have me come down to his place and see what he's done, and just kind of get back into that old friendship we once had. It was really great working on the Joe line because I kind of like the military to begin with. I just like working on military type things. I was a reenactor for 13 years, American Civil War. So I was constantly researching different aspects of figures and military gear and what have you. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I wish I could have continued.
I'm amped up, blow torch, be the name code. My game goes, lanes know they get the flamethrower.